Alrighty, Overwatch has finally been released. Okay, time to get work on recording gameplay for my review. Alrighty, let's head over to Custom Match and set up some bots and play around, do a little practice, have some fun with the different heroes. Alrighty, let's set this up here, and... wait. What? Oh no. They actually did it. They actually did it. Motherfucker! Okay, I've calmed down now. They can update, they can patch it. Why don't we just head over to loot boxes and see what I can... Shop? Oh! There are the microtransactions. How many of you again kept saying to me Overwatch wasn't gonna have microtransactions? Well, what the hell do you call these? Hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. And I was right. I didn't want to be right, but I was right. Overwatch, the new multiplayer FPS from Blizzard Entertainment, this being their very first-person shooter. And I was totally right about this game. That being, it's not perfect. You know, I'm not actually happy that I was right. I'm not actually happy that in the months and weeks leading up to Overwatch's launch, getting hated on, insulted, and threatened by hardcore Overwatch and Blizzard fanboys, that I'm not actually happy that I was right about all the things I was criticizing and pointing out. I never want a video game to fail unless it's Activision and Call of Duty, or Konami for that matter. But like the insanely popular and overhyped and overly praised The Witcher Free Wild Hunt last year, Overwatch isn't a perfect video game. And the amount of praise and flat-out ignoring of possible issues for some people is insane. Overwatch is not a revolutionary, mind-blowing, industry-changing game. Overwatch is just a good game. A damn good game, as a matter of fact. It is a great multiplayer game, it really is. But like I've been saying for months, it's not perfect, and it wasn't gonna be perfect. And now that the game's finally out and everybody's playing it, surprise, surprise, it's not perfect. But why is Overwatch not perfect? Well, there's a few reasons. First off, my biggest personal reason. Only 6 bots. There are 21 playable heroes. 21 different, unique, playable characters in Overwatch. But custom games and play versus AI are restricted to only 6 specific heroes being playable as AI bots. Not all 21, just 6. I'm sorry, but as good of a game as Overwatch is, that is unacceptable. That is flat out unacceptable. And like I said in my Overwatch beta review video, that if this was not addressed, updated, and corrected from the beta, I would raise hell. This is me raising hell right now, and I will continue to bring this up in multiple videos, commentaries, podcasts, comment sections, forums, and I would urge all of you to do the same. This is just flat out unacceptable. Having only 6 characters represented as bots basically detracts and pushes people away from playing custom games or play versus AI. The whole appeal of Overwatch is its 21 different characters. The different team compositions of these characters, how these characters counter and work together with one another. And because there's 21 characters, it adds a ton of replayability, variety, versatility, all of which is just stripped and thrown away from play versus AI and custom games. Sure, when you play these game modes, you can play as any one of the 21 playable characters. And sure, every map is accessible. But right off the bat, what is more appealing? Playing a game type or mode that gives you access to playing with and against all the 21 playable characters and all the maps? Or the game mode that only has you play with and against a certain few of those characters with all the maps. I was so looking forward to playing Overwatch's custom matches. I was so looking forward to trying out different team compositions, to testing out Overwatch's bots, having fun killing them, working against them, testing the AI in certain situations on certain maps with certain characters. I mean, custom games, custom matches offer you so much customizability when it comes to everything else but the AI bots. I'm sorry, this is just flat out unacceptable. Blizzard can spend all this money making animated CGI movie trailers, action figures, all this promotional material. Overwatch can spend so much time and money on marketing, but then only give us 6 out of the 21 characters as bots. I know, for a lot of people, this isn't a big deal. For me, this is a huge deal. It hurts the game's replayability, it hurts ease of access for new players and casual players, and it's extremely unfriendly to people who may not have the best internet connection. Oh, you want to play with AI bots because you don't want other people to have to put up with the lag you'll generate? Too bad you have to play with other people. However, what almost has me in tears is that I will never be able to do what I was so looking forward to do. In Overwatch custom games, 6v6 Reinhardts. Just 2 teams of nothing but Reinhardts bashing each other with hammers, creating giant shield walls. I will never be able to experience my 6v6 Reinhardt matches. Damn it, Blizzard! This is just such a huge oversight and, quite frankly, a genuine flaw with the game. A good portion of Overwatch's content is made undesirable due to the lack of 21 characters as bots. This is something that needs to be fixed and patched right away, like sometime in the next few weeks or month. However, now I would like to discuss something that so many people told me wasn't going to be in the game. Microtransactions. Doesn't matter that Blizzard stated on multiple occasions that there would be microtransactions. I can't tell all of you how many people in my previous Overwatch videos kept telling me the game's not going to have microtransactions. Really? 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 Now, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I am not entirely bothered by microtransactions, because I understand to a degree where they come from. By spending money on microtransactions, it helps the developers to create large portions of free DLC, content updates and expansions and stuff like that. I know there are a lot of anti-microtransactions gamers out there who say there should be 0 microtransactions in any and all video games, but I understand the purpose that microtransactions serve. There are actual good and bad microtransactions. Microtransactions that actually are kind of pay to win, like they give you an advantage that you wouldn't get just playing the game regularly without paying money. And then there are cosmetic microtransactions like in Evolve, Rainbow Six Siege, Warframe. Those are perfectly fine. It's just cosmetics. They don't affect the gameplay, they just help you change and customize the aesthetics of the games when it comes to characters, weapons, stuff like that, to your liking. However, Overwatch has some very unique microtransactions. Now, on one hand, you can certainly argue that there's nothing wrong with these microtransactions, because they're all just cosmetics. Here's the thing, though. Here's the unique little kicker about Overwatch's microtransactions. It's all RNG. It's gambling. It's straight up gambling. You can't actually buy the individual cosmetics that you want. You're spending money on RNG loot packs and hoping, praying, gambling for what you actually want. And you can get duplicates on top of that. You can get stuff that you already have. Granted, it will be transformed into credits, coins that you can actually use to buy what you want, but you can't actually buy credits. You can't actually buy in-game currency to buy the stuff that you actually want. It's all tied to RNG gambling. And while I agree that it's all just cosmetics, so it isn't too severe, but the fact that the microtransactions are all basically RNG gambling, that you can't actually just buy what you want? I don't know, man. I don't know. That doesn't sit too well with me. Yes, you can just play the game regularly and level up and earn loot boxes. But every time you level up, it gets longer and harder to grind for XP and get those loot boxes. Overwatch has kind of this free-to-play mentality here, where maybe you find the grind too tedious, and you just want to spend some money to get what you want. But spending money doesn't actually get what you want, it gives you a chance of getting what you want. And I don't know, guys. I don't know, that doesn't sit well with me. It's not a game breaker, it's not a deal breaker by any means, but it is there, and a lot of people, a lot of reviewers, a lot of critics are ignoring it. They're ignoring the bot limit, and they're ignoring the RNG gambling of the microtransactions. I've seen a lot of critics, a lot of reviewers just overlook this stuff. Now, please listen. The lack of all 21 characters as bots and the RNG gambling microtransactions may not be considered flaws in the game for some people, but it will be for other people. And I am not saying, I don't know how this could be misinterpreted as such, but I am not saying that Overwatch is a bad game. I'm just saying it's not perfect. No video game is perfect. My new favorite video game of all time, the new Doom, which also recently came out. I love the game. It's become my new favorite game of all time. But it's not perfect. No video game is perfect. Doom's not perfect. Uncharted 4 is not perfect. The Last of Us is not perfect. Shadow of the Colossus is not perfect. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is not perfect. Overwatch is not perfect. There is no perfect video game. That being said though, even though Overwatch isn't perfect, it's a damn good game. It's a damn good multiplayer game. The gameplay is great. It's a ton of fun. And with the 21 different playable characters, the well-designed levels and maps, there's a ton of replayability, versatility, and variety. It's fun, explosive, fast, colorful. If you want to play it casually, you can. If you want to play it competitively, you can. If you want to run solo, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. It's a valid option. But if you want to work together with your squad mates as a team, the game has such great mechanics for teamwork. Overwatch just had really good gameplay, really solid gunplay, satisfying mechanics and kills, unique special abilities for each character that if used properly can really change the tide of a match. Overwatch has really good gameplay, really good playable characters, really good map and level design. And I think a good amount of people are just so in love with those aspects of the game that they're ignoring all the others. The lack of bots and RNG gambling microtransactions are not the only possible flaws for some people in this game. There's a severe lack of game modes. All the story and lore that this game has been flaunting and advertising is nowhere to be found in the actual game. All those cinematic CG animated shorts, they're not in the game. They're nowhere in the game. All these comic books that flesh out the backstory and character of these different characters, not in the game. So if you want to know anything about the lore or the world or the characters or the story of the game, you have to not play the game. You have to leave the game to actually learn what the game's about and what's going on in the game. I just don't understand why Blizzard couldn't write up some bios for these characters and put bios in the game, or put the animated shorts in the game, or put the comic books in the game. Why is none of the game's actual story in the game? Why do I have to leave, stop playing the game to learn about the story? I mean, it really wouldn't take that much money or effort to put the animated shorts and the comic books in the game. Just have like an extras tab in the main menu. You click extras, you click watch animated shorts, click read comic books, something like that. Like, there's no excuse not to have any of the story material of the game not in the actual game. And like I said a bit earlier, there is a severe lack of game modes. You're going to be capturing points and moving and defending payloads throughout the entirety of playing Overwatch. There is no team deathmatch, there's no free-for-all, there's no capture the flag, there's no survival horde mode, there's no mini bonus arcade games or anything like that. I wouldn't necessarily say that Overwatch is lacking in content. It's got a good amount of maps, and again, 21 different playable characters, with more maps and characters to be added into the game for free, which is awesome. And what everybody needs to understand before you hit that dislike button is that I'm not calling Overwatch a bad game. It's a good game. What I'm saying is that it's not perfect, and it's not entirely worthy of the insane amount of praise that it's getting. It's got great gameplay, levels, and characters. I will say that here, and I will recommend the game. If you like multiplayer games, and you like fleshed out and dynamic different characters to play, and good multiplayer level and map design, then you will love Overwatch. It's a great multiplayer game. It really truly is. I recommend this over Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. If you are planning on getting Call of Duty Infinite Warfare or Call of Duty 4 Remastered, don't. If you love multiplayer, get Overwatch. It's an awesome new IP. To some extent, it's family friendly and even innovative in many ways. But the game is not perfect, and it's not gonna be for everybody. And seriously, Blizzard, please, 21 characters as bots. Please, can we get on that? Can we get on more bots? More bots, please. I don't care if there needs to be a stupid hashtag made for this to happen. We seriously need all the characters as bots in the game. Can we, please? Please? 6v6 Reinhardts. Please Please, if you're going to add any more characters as bots, please be Reinhardt. 6v6 Reinhardts. That's all I want. Whew, anyways, that's been a video. Let's see how many dislikes this one gets from the Overwatch hardcore fanbase. However, those of you who watched the entirety of the video and actually listened to what I said, thank you, it is very much appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did indeed like the video, then please hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video if you hit the like button. Please leave a comment. What are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on Overwatch and the contents of this video? Let me know in the comment section below. I love reading comments. I get nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to help me out and support me directly, then consider pledging and becoming a patron on my Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I will see you all later.